Hello, in this video, we will discuss the laws of all positive integral index. That means the point is that we have an unknown, for example, we have n, here unknown, and then with the index, this one in Chinese is called 级数, so that this one is positive, you know that this is 3, and this one is integral, that means that this one is 整数. So I'm going to discuss the question that I'm going to simplify, 简化 the answers so that you can solve any problem like this. And in this video, we will see that we have the question 1, we have 4 true or false questions. So I will not discuss with you now. I will discuss with you at the end of this video, so you can think what they are true or false, so that I will open the answer in the final part of the video. But before this, we will go to the question that we're going to simplify the question for the question 2 to question 9 before we go to the question 1 again. So let's look at this one. We can see n with the power 3 times n with the power 6. So what can we do in your examination so that in the real world, in case we can do it in the primary school, we will have something like this. Because n with the power 3, we know this is m times m times m, and then we have times power 6 m with that means that we have 6 more than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So you will see there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9m times together. So the answer, you know that immediately, that is m with the power 9, so that you can write down the answer immediately. But you will think that, if just like part B, you will see n with the power 15, so that you need to write down 15 times n. It is impossible because I found that this is wasting of time. So what can we do? Why don't we have some tricky way? That the index you will have times. When we times together, that means the index will add together. That is 3 plus 6. So this is n with the power 9. So that we can find out the answer immediately. We do not need to write n, 9m here, or even you will know that there are maybe 17n here for the answer. So for part B, you can have something like this similar to it. You have n with the power 15 plus 2. So the answer is n with the power 17. So you solve the answer immediately. Okay, now let's look at this one. This one, you will see a negative sign here. So it's okay because the negative sign will not include in the part of the square. Because if I write something like this, negative h with the square, that means we will have negative h times negative h. So we will have, this one is h squared. Because negative sign and negative sign, we got positive sign. But in this question, you will see this is negative h squared. That means we have negative sign here, and the square is only served the h. So we have h times h here. So this is negative h squared. So make sure that the bracket will also tell you that this negative sign will be square or not be square. So make sure that this one is totally different with the others. So make sure that you know the answer. So this one, well, you can do it directly because this is negative sign, so we copy it here. And then we say that h is 2 plus 4 immediately. So the answer for this one is negative h with the power 6. So you can solve the problem easily. Okay, next, we will go to this one. Once again, this is the negative side. We will see the bracket side. So do we need to power 3 here? The answer is no, because the 3 is putting inside. So that means this 3 is only served k here, but not served negative side. So that if I want to say something that serves the negative side with the power 3, we will write something like this. The 3 will write outside the bracket. So we will have negative k times negative k times negative 3k. Negative and negative will be positive, positive and negative will be negative. So we have negative k with the power 3. So we have something like this. But this one is negative k power 3, so we directly write down the answer. So we can put out the negative side here, and then k with the power 7 plus 3. So this one, the answer is negative k 10 with that. So we finish these 4 questions easily. Okay, so hope you that all know how to do this question easily. And then we will go to question 4, question 5, and question 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, etc., etc. Okay, now let's go to question 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, now question 4. Okay, let me have a look. We also have the question 10 also. So this one is obviously 3 times r with the power 5 times r squared. So once again, 3. So that we just write 3 here. And then the r will be 5 plus 2. So this one is 3 r7. Sometimes if you find that you know and you understand the question how to do it, you can do it directly and you can pause the video and check the answer finally. After you finish, you can replay the video. So this one is another way that you can learn mathematics quickly. Okay, now what about this one? The answer for this one, you know that this is 5. So we have 5s with the power 8 plus 3. So this is 5s with the power 11. So you can solve the problem like this. Okay, now let's go to question 5. For the question 5, you will see this time you have 2 numbers both there. So what can we do? So please pay the C reader attention. 6 and 3 are under. This one is not the index. This is just a number here. So it will be x times 3. Number will do the multiplication with the number. But the index, please pay attention, x, this time 5 and 4 will be added together, 5 plus 4. Because you have 9x times together, so this is the power 9. So we will never say something that 5 times 4. This is not 20x times together, only 9x times together. So we count x with the power 9. So please pay attention. For number, you will do the normally multiplication. But for the index, although you know that the x is multiplication, but the index will add together. So please pay attention. X is multiplication together, but the index is add together, is adding together. So make sure that you know what is the meaning of this word. So you have 18x with the power 9. Okay, once again for the other question. So that this time is 8 times negative 5. So why don't we write down 8 times negative 5 first? Okay, and then y will be 2 with the 8 also, 2 plus 8. So you will have negative 40 y with the power 10. So you can solve the problem like this. Okay, we finish these 4 questions. Okay. Okay, after the multiplication, we will go to the division of the indices. So how can we do? Let's look at this question. N with the power 5 divided by n with the power 3. Okay, now let's do it in what we do in primary school. N with the power 5, you have m times m times m times m times m. You have 5m times together. dy, you know that in our secondary school, we know that this one is the fraction 9. So divided by m3 with n times m times m. So that you can do the cancellation here. 1m, 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 1m. Oh, so only 2m left. So this is m squared. So if you don't really want to do something like this, why don't we have some quicker way? That means we use 5 minus 3 immediately so that you can solve the same problem. Because I want to take out 3 from this 3. I want to cancel it all, so we get 2 only. So 5 minus 3 is 2. Okay, this is 6a. So what about 6b? 6b, you have n6 divided by nx. So you have n times n times n times n times n times n over n times 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 n, so that you have 8n times together. So you can see this one is 6, this one is 8. Okay, this time we cannot say 6 minus 8 because we get negative 2. So we cannot do the problem like this. So why don't we cancel it first? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We cancel 6n on the top and we cancel 6n at the bottom. So we have 2n left at the bottom. So after you cancel it all in your mathematics, you know the cancellation after that you only have 1 left here. So the answer for this one is 1 over n squared because we have n squared here. So what can you do if you find that the 1 is smaller in the front? Why don't we change it that we will say 1 over something immediately and end with the 8 minus 6. So you got 1 over n2 immediately. So you can solve the problem directly. Okay, let's do once again. For question 7, you will see h6 over h2. So you can immediately, because the numerator with the index is bigger, the index in the denominator, so that you can directly use the subtraction 6 minus 2 immediately. This is h with the power 4, so that you solve the problem immediately. What about this one? You have the negative side, but it's okay. We can do the same thing once again. Negative side, we put it here. In case you know that the negative side, we can put it in the denominator, and you can move it to the middle one, or even you can move it to the numerator. Both three of them are the same, so that you can write something like this, in case, or even you can write something like this. They are the same. So nothing changed for every time. You can move it here, you can move it in the middle, or even you can move it to the numerator. So you can solve the problem immediately. So why don't we write it in the middle so we can cancel it immediately? We know that k with the power 10 is greater than k with the power 4. So we know this time is 1 over k 10 minus 4. So you know that this is negative 1k with the power 6. So you can solve the problem immediately. Okay, this is not difficult. So let's go to question 8 and question 9, and I will break it down in 5 seconds. Okay, now we will go to question 8 and question 9. So that finish it first. Okay, question 8 and question 9. We know that 15w cubed divided by w9. So what can we do? First of all, why don't we write something like this with the fraction 9? Because you use the fraction 9, it's much easier for you to place the number on the top or at the bottom. Because we have something like this, we will have 7 at the bottom, so we will finally have the 7 at the bottom. So what can we do? We can see this time 15 we left here because we do not have any cancellation. So it's in the numerator, so I will still put it in the numerator. And you will see 9 is greater than 3, so we will do 9 minus 3 in the denominator. So every time if you find that the 1 is bigger in the numerator, so you will put it in the numerator to minus it. If you find that 1 is greater in the denominator, so we will do the calculation in the denominator. So you can solve many problems here. So this is 15 over w with the power 6. So you can finish the answer immediately. Okay, now what about this? This one is once again, we can do the same thing again. But we see we with the power 8 and with the power 4. This one is greater in the numerator. So we will use this one minus this one and put it in the numerator once again. 8 minus 4. And then the 7 is in the denominator. So we keep it in the denominator once again. So the answer is v with the power 4 divided by 7. So you resolve the problem immediately. So every time if you want to do the division, in the secondary school, most of the time we do not write this division sign most of the time because we will use this one because we can cancel it immediately. In case most of the time we will not to memorize all the division, we will use the cancellation. So if you're doing good in cancellation, you can solve the problem easily. Okay, for the question 9. This one is 3 with the power x. So why don't we change it to fraction? X with the power 10 divided by 27x with the power 7. Okay, let's look at the number. The number we will do the cancellation immediately, so that this one is division. And then the x with the power n, we will say something that we will not do the division. Yes, we can say that x is division, but the index we will use minus. Okay, so let's do it one by one. Okay, first of all, 3 and 27 is 1 and 9. So immediately you know that the 9 is in the denominator. 1 times something is same, so we do not write anything on it, except all the thing is cancelled in the numerator, so we need to write 1. So you will know that this is x with the power 10 and x with the power 7. So this one is greater, so we can use x with the power 10 minus 7 in the numerator, and we copy 9 here for the answer. 10 minus 7 is 3, so you have the answer is x to the power 3 over 9. So you solve the problem. Okay, now B. Okay, now B you have negative 24 and negative 4. You can do the cancellation, and y8 with the y11. You can use the minus to solve the problem, the index subtraction. Okay, let's do it one by one. Because the negative sign and negative sign, you can have positive sign, you can cancel it, okay? First of it. And then 24 and 4, you can cancel it to 1 and 6, so that you can see 6 is on the top. So why don't we write 6 here? Okay, next. Y with the power 8 and y with the power 11, you can see something that y with the power 11 is greater than y with the power 8. So this time the subtraction will appear in the numerator, y11 minus 8. So this is 6 over y with the power 3. So you can solve the problem like this. Okay, we will stop here. And we will go to question 10 and the other questions. Okay, now we will go to question 10 to question 13, and we will go back to question 1 once again. Okay, now this time, okay, we have 3 of them. So what can we do in case we can do the same thing? For example, because we times together, so why don't we have 3 plus 4 plus 5, and we can solve the problem immediately. The answer is B with the power 12, and then we solve the problem. And for G, and this time you will see a 3 here. So why don't we write the 3 first? Because we time together. And then we will have G that we do not write. This one is power 1. So we must add 1 here. Don't miss this one. Someone will miss this G with the power 1, so don't write down 1. So make sure that you add this one, 3 plus 5. So this one is 3 with the G power 9. So you can solve the problem like this. This is question 10A and 10B. And then we will go to question 11. This time is the division. Division means that you are going to do the same thing. This time is minus, because 8 minus 4, because this is division, so divide. So minus 2 once again, because this is the division side. We will change to negative side in the index. We have the times, we have changed it to positive side in the index. So you will see with the power 2. Okay, so this is the answer. Okay, now question B. Once again, you have seen number and index at the same time, so we will do the number go first. So this is 18 divided by 3 first. So you know that this is 6. And x with the power 15 minus 1 and minus 8. So you will see the answer is 6 times x with the power 6. So you solve the problem like this. This is question 11B. Okay, now we go to question 12 and question 13. This is the last 2 calculation questions in this video. Okay, now we have this one, 2 times 5 divided by k with the power 3. So we can do the same thing. Times, so that the index will add together, 2 plus 5. Divide, you will minus, that is 2 plus 5 minus 3. K with the power 4. Immediately, you can solve the problem. For this one, you will see y6 is divided by 9, y squared, and times negative. So please pay serious attention. This is a trap. Because you will say, 9 times with negative 1, you will find the answer immediately. I'm so sorry about that. You must write carefully. every time I would suggest you to write something like this. Negative y with the power 4 and divided by 9y squared. I suggest you write here so that you will see the 9 is in the denominator but not the numerator. So you must write the 9 under the fraction 9 and the negative sign we write in the middle. So you can solve something like this. You have negative 9 here. And y, you will see this is 6 plus 4 minus 2. 6 plus 4 minus 2. And then 9 right here. So the answer is y with the power 8 over 9. Okay? Every time, write it back to here. Otherwise, you will find that you will say 9 here immediately. And you will get the wrong answer. Okay, now for 13a and 13b, once again, you can do the cancellation once again. For numbers, you have 5 and 30. So this is 1, this is 6. So for D, 2 plus 4 is 6. Which one is greater than this one? So we know that we put it in the numerator. 2 plus 4 minus 3. And 6 is written down in the denominator, because every time you will see 6 is in the denominator, at the end of it, it will also be in the denominator. So you will have D with the power 3 over 6 immediately. And then for this one, we do the cancellation. This time 9 is 3, 12 is 4. Okay, we see two numbers are both on the in the numerator and in the denominator. So what's the problem? So that means that if 3 is in the numerator, we write it finally in the numerator. If 4 is in the denominator, we write it down in the denominator finally. So it does not change anything. But let's look at this. This time you will see in the denominator, the n with the power is greater than the n with the power in the numerator. So that we know that the operation is appeared in the denominator. So we write down 3 in the numerator, and then 4 in the denominator, and we have n 5 plus 8 minus 2. So we change it together. We minus the 1 in top. So that the answer is 3 over 4 with the n with the power 11. So you can solve the problem immediately. Because this one is greater, so we use the greater one minus the less one. So we solve the problem like this. Okay, now we will go back to the question 1 because we want you all to know that is this correct or not. So the first question 1a, that is a squared plus a squared is equal to a with the power 4. The answer, obviously, this is false. One is about that is that a with the power 4 is equal to a with the power 2 times a with the power 2, but not 2 plus 2 if the index is 4. This one is that the index, if we want to add together, you must be placed under the operation is called the multiplication. So can you give another counter example so that this one is always wrong? You can say if a is 3, if only one number is wrong, so that everything is wrong, okay? 3 squared plus 3 squared is equal to 9 plus 9 is 18. But 3 with the power 4 is equal to 81 because 3 times 3 is 9, 9 times 3 is 27, 27 times 3 is 81. So they are not equal. So I can say this one is false. So this one is false. I think I must take the false one, but not cross out the false one. This one is false. So obviously, we will have the same thing. A with the power 8 minus a with the power 2 will be equal to a with the power 6 is also false. Because we know that if a with the power 8 divided by a with the power 2, this will be a with the power 6, but not minus. Obviously, you can choose 1. Because 1 with the power 8 minus 1 with the power 2, this is 1 minus 1. Because 1 with any power, this is also 1. So this one is 0. But 1 with the power 6 is also 1. So they are not equal. So this one is also false. Okay, now this one, a with the power square times a with the power 3 is a with the power 6. Obviously, this is wrong because we know that this one is a with the power 2 plus 3. So this is a with the power 5. So this is not a with the power 6. So once again, this is false. So a with the power 5 divided by a with the power 4 is equal to a. This one is true because a with the power 5 minus 4 is a with the power 1, which equals to a with the power 5 divided by a with the power 4. And you can do the simple cancellation and you can get the same answer. So make sure that what you have learned here, you only learn this one, a with the power n times a with the power n times in the middle, you can make the index add together. If the division is make the middle, you can use the minus, but please pay attention. If m is greater than n, you can do it in the numerator. So you minus together every time because this is over 1, but we do not write it here. And if you know that n is greater than n, that means this one is bigger, so that this time you will do it under the fraction line, that means in the denominator. Okay, now so make sure you know what is doing in this video. So thanks for watching.